What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Now, I want y'all to notice. I want y'all to notice one thing. One thing. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Venus. Happy Viernes. Feliz Viernes. Okay. But, baby, I want y'all to. I forgot what I was going to say to y'all. I was trying to get y'all together, and then I wanted to wish you happy Friday, and it erased what I was about to say to y'all. Oh, I remember now. I want y'all to notice how much I use my hands, even when I don't have nails, because y'all say that I was using my hands a lot when I had nails, but I've been watching my videos and I was like, I still use my hands a lot. And it's just when I have the nails, it just looks more fantastical. Okay. So we back down here. I know you like, bitch, didn't you just have that shirt on? It don't matter. It's merch. It's a uniform. Talk to Steve Jobs and motherfucking Huck. What's his name? Muckafuck. What's the nigga's name that owns Facebook? Zuck. They wear uniforms, okay? So if I come down here and 2 videos and 2 days in a row, I have on the same shirt, think of Steve Jobs. So, girl, I got me a new cup of coffee. I was recording earlier, and then the microphone had gone out. Like what? It was like, I don't know. I was early in the video. We hadn't even started getting into the topics, and the mic had cut off. And I had talked about, it was the first post I saw was about Little Duval asking about natural bodies. So I had to get on y'all about changing your bodies for fickle ass men and make sure that you're not changing your bodies. And I spoke about not looking at your body through the lens of men because you will never be satisfied with your body. Um, and how important it is to just how important it is to just be like, if you want to get work done, that it's for yourself and your own thing, that it's not to be desirable for men, because men always change their minds. Like, people change their minds, which is the reason why I feel like promoting divorce is a weird thing too. And then I started to get on the no fault divorce, and I did leave my comments because I was like, while the thoughts are still in my mind, I want to tell y'all how I feel about the no fault divorce. And why are you even complaining about something that you don't even have to participate in? Like, nobody's telling you to get married. Nobody's forcing you to get married, but it's y'all want to be married to the point where you'll even risk your ability to be able to disconnect from the person, to untether yourself. If you go back and you could just type in Google the year that women were allowed to get away from the man that they legally bound themselves with, the divorce rate went high. And it's so funny, and I wonder about my mom, because when she married my father was 1968, and it I think their divorce was, they were married for 12 years, and then it was almost like she filed for divorce when she was able to. And I don't know if that, I don't know the story, because every time you would fucking ask her a question about anything, the bitch never fucking remembered. So it's just like, fuck it. Don't ask her any fuck. She never remembers shit. Don't fucking ask her. So I had a feeling, just based on, I was like 3 years old when my parents got a divorce. And so I'm thinking that she filed for divorce when she was like able to get out of the divorce. Now, I thank her for doing that, because I believe my entire life would have been different had she stayed in a violent, abusive marriage. And the fact that you all are willing to risk it, like, it's, to me, like I said on Twitter, it's like you are going into a house with a man and they're locking the door from the outside and you can't get out. Why would you even go into the house? Why would you even risk? Why would you even take that kind of risk? Do you know that you don't have to get married? And I feel like, with the data, historical evidence, anecdotal evidence, statistics that show how this particular institution, when it's all said and done, it doesn't benefit women, why you would even consider it an option for you. And even if you are married, this idea that, oh, there's something out there that says I won't be able There's something out there that says I won't be able to untether myself legally to this man for whatever reason. And the fact that you're sitting there like, well, then I'm just going to stay married. Imagine those who are divorced. I'm going to ask y'all out there, can you imagine that the person that you divorced not being able to divorce them? So if you knew, wow, this person that I was married to, I no longer want to be married to. But now they're putting something in place that says I won't be able to if I wanted to. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to even put myself in the box that gets locked on the outside where I'm not going to be able to get out of. But y'all want to be married. Little Elsa, you haven't figured out how to let go of the desire to attach yourself to a fickle human being. Legally attach yourself. I think the only way that two people should be legally bound to each other is in a functional business. While I know marriage is a business, which is why you need a license to do it, but I also think those licenses should expire. No, they want you to be trapped into voluntary servitude. Actually, trapped into voluntary. So you walked down the aisle to a person that you will not be able to untether yourself from. You want to play this forever thing? Oh, we got your forever, bitch. But instead of that, y'all are willing to take, some of y'all are still willing. And I'm telling you this, and this is what I said on the other video. Anyone who is promoting marriage is an agent of destruction and chaos. Anyone who is telling you, sitting on any panel, telling you that financial reasons are not enough to get a divorce, infidelity is not enough to get a divorce, and what type of abuse are you experienced to where you want to get a divorce? Bitch, why the fuck do you want to get married? Why would you want to get married to someone without the option of being able to untether yourself from them? Why would you even walk down the aisle to that? But y'all want to get married. Y'all want to fulfill a fantasy that they're telling you, come down this aisle. You want to be married forever? Let's do it. You ready, girl? You about to walk in the house with this motherfucker and we're going to lock the door from the outside. Bye. See you later. Until you get ready to jump out of a window from the second floor. That's the only way you're going to get out, girl. There would be no way that I would be fighting for divorce as it stands. No problem. The same way that they getting y'all with the abortion thing. You are effectively saying like, okay, I have no control, that I must have sex and I must put myself in these situations to where I can be impregnated, to the point where I would even have to consider. Now I know, like I wouldn't even put myself in a situation, not even to get pregnant, because if they're saying you can't even if it's a medical emergency, they're not willing to do this. Okay, well, no problem. I will not put myself in a position to where I'm not given the choice. So my choice is going to be, one, to stop putting my laying naked with my greatest threat. That's one, because pregnancy won't happen. You're like, oh, that's unrealistic. Oh, what's unrealistic? What's unrealistic? You deciding, hey, they're telling me the closer I get to these people, if I get pregnant, I'm not going to be able to get an abortion. Okay, so that's okay. I can fix that. I have control over that. I can have complete control over that. Um, and secondly, they're telling me that they're going to take away this divorce. Okay, so sounds easy enough. Girl, they ain't marrying y'all anyway. They're not marrying y'all anyway. People are not getting married, y'all. That's why the divorce rate is so low, because people are not getting married. They're not at the rates that they would like them to, at the rates that they're trying to put something in place that'll keep you locked into somebody, to keep you in servitude to somebody. Can you imagine actually taking a risk to be locked in a house with someone and not be able to get out unless you jump from the second floor? I ask you. I ask you. What else did we talk about? Oh, this is what I said this woman said on Twitter. She said, "No fault divorce is essential to a woman's freedom." I said, "You think that not getting married would be essential to a woman's freedom? The fact that like, the idea of marriage is to keep the woman in servitude. She goes from servitude of her father to servitude of a man. You take your father's name and now you're taking some other man's name. You're just going from owner to owner. That is traditionally how it is. And if you want to still participate in a system that tells you if you connect yourself to this person, you will not be able to get out. I ask the people who are divorced, can you imagine staying married to not being able to have the option to divorce the person you divorced? Can you imagine them saying, your reason for divorce, that's not it. I wouldn't even put myself in a position to even have to make that choice. Oh, no abortions? Fine. I know how I can control that. But y'all act like you don't have no control, that you must have sex. You must be married. No one could ever tell me, girl, if you get married, you may not be able to get a divorce. Oh, I got a solution to that, bitch. Just not get married. What is the big deal? What are we talking about? Why are we still talking about this? Y'all just want something to fuss about? And just like another comment said, some of y'all really like being in the patriarchy. I couldn't believe I heard women on panels talking about infidelity is not a reason to get a divorce. I'm sorry, with the HIV rates looking the way they do. I'm sorry. Infidelity is abuse. That's emotional and physical and mental abuse, all wrapped up into one singular action. They hit you 3 times just by sticking a dick in somebody else. A physical abuse, that's physical abuse. Abuse to your health, a risk to your health. And you telling me that's not a good enough reason to get divorced? Money problems. Well, Brookings Institute already told you when you marry some of them that you're thrusted into poverty. Yes, thrusted into poverty. Why in the hell would you take that risk? To be attached to poverty? Not being able to detach from poverty? Okay. It doesn't, I'm like, why are we sitting here talking? And then nobody likes to feel like they're being told that they're dumb and less than smart. But girl, it is less than smart to be arguing over something that you have control over. Men have control over marriage. Okay. That's because y'all waiting for them to ask you. Y'all waiting for them to ask you. You don't ask me, girl, don't ask me. You know that y'all can be in long-term relationships with men and you don't have to marry them. It's not a sin to be in a long-term relationship and not get married. That's fake. It's not a sin. You're not going to go to hell. You're not going to burn in hell for not legally attaching yourself to somebody. You're not. You see all the traps and the trappings. Speaking of traps, dating shows, The Bachelor, Love is Blind, Love Island, all these dating, I feel like they're traps for women. If you don't see Rachel Lindsay as a cautionary tale, because what happens is y'all are like they just showed a clip from Netflix. Love is Blind, the UK edition. This guy and girl walk into a pod. They start talking. Where are you from? I'm from such and such. Oh, really? What's your grandmother's name? My grandmother is Mary. Oh, really? That's what they call my grandmother. The girls in the pod, oh my, like thinking as if, oh my God, this is serendipity. Oh my God, what do you call your grandfather? He was like, my grandfather's my no, he said, what do you call your grandfather? She was like, my grandfather is Bill. He was like, really? That's crazy. She's on the other end like, oh, Bitch, that's your cousin in the other pod, you Disney dimwit. Y'all want to be in the psychosis of romance. Y'all want to so desperately that you're fighting a system that's telling you, hey, if you attach yourself to these men, we are putting stuff in place that you will not be able to attach. And you're like, no, no, instead of being like, okay, girl, what? I ain't gotta get married. But they have embedded the desire to marry so deeply in your head that you're fighting for something that you don't even have to participate in. What, girl? What? What if I want to get married? Why would you if they're telling you, if the average marriage lasts 8 years, how long do you think your marriage is going to last? It might last forever, but it probably won't. It probably won't last forever. I hate to break up the fantasy, girl. Here she comes. Yes, here she comes. Yes, here comes your cousin Erica with the good weed. Okay? And talking shit about these niggas. Yes, she gonna come and tell you every time, oh, here she come. Yes, here she come. Y'all want to smoke? Because let's sit down and talk about these niggas. What's going on? What y'all got going on with these niggas so I can tell you to get out and run and fast. Shout out to the Reed. They got the shirt "Break Up with Him." That's the fucking neon sign outside of the tent. When you in the village and you looking for advice, and there's a tent that says "Break Up with Him" in neon, and it's flashing like this, and I'm sitting in there with the good reefer, honey. Come on. What you want to talk about? What you got for me today? I got a solution for you. You might not want to hear it, but I got one for you. Something that you have control of and something that no one can actually make you do. You don't have to have a baby. You don't have to have sex and get pregnant. You can actually protect yourself if you choose to. There's no way that you're accidentally getting pregnant in today's age. None. Oh, they're telling you you can't get a divorce? What are you talking about, girl? You don't have to get married. But I want to have my day. It's my day before I even knew the pathology of a man. When I was 8 years old in the third grade, I chose the colors of my wedding before I even knew the pathology and the socialization of men. And as you grew up, little Elsa, the men, they only told the boys coming up with you, your peers, the same thing. That's why they haven't changed. Because even if they don't grow up in a home with a man, they still find communities of men, and those men give them horrible advice on how to relate to each other, how to relate to women, how to relate to children, even how to relate to animals. They tell them how to treat their cousins of the LGBTQ community. Even if they don't have a daddy in the home, they will find a community of men who will fuck up the way that they treat each other, how they view each other, how they respect each other. They'll even give them fucked up advice, so fucked up that they will tell them that in order to prove your manhood, you have to have sex with and knock down as many women as you can. Disrespect your body, that your prostate is so enlarged. But you won't go to the doctor. You won't go to the doctor because it's gay. And these are the men, right? These are your men. Not all of them, Erica. Not all of them. Yes, all of them. Yes, all of them. Yes, all of them. There are people who have been married 30 something years and decide this ain't it. Children gone out the house. I don't really like you like that. I don't really know. I didn't really like you throughout the entire marriage. Now we don't have a reason to stay together. Two fingers. You know how many kids go to college and in their third, second year, sophomore year of college, their parents are now getting divorced. They're like, what the fuck? Why y'all getting divorced now? Because ain't nobody here to put up a fucking act for. We don't have to put this act up no more. We out. We out of here. Can you imagine having to be stuck to that person? And if you married now and they telling you something is coming up down the pipeline, you and your partner should be legally untethering yourself to them, especially if it's iffy. That's what I would be doing. I would be filing for divorce. Sorry. Ain't no way you gonna have me stuck to you. Y'all niggas is so fucking fickle and weird. I might wake up in 3 years and say, you know what? This ain't it. For no reason. He ain't been unfaithful. I just don't, we just not. There would be no way that somebody could make you do something that you don't even have to participate in. You don't have to participate in it. Kehlani's husband or ex-boyfriend, baby father, her baby father, has come out with a new statement. Karisha also did an interview for Carisha Please, the second season. Let's talk about that. It was cute. I watched the interview this morning. I love her and Santana. I think it was perfect for him to do the interview. He was asking her questions about Puffy, of course, naturally. And she basically said it wasn't her experience. It was not her experience. She did not have the experience that the people prior to her have. I actually do find that very, very hard to believe. I think Karisha is great, but I don't think she's so special that a man who has victimized and had violent experience with, including his mother, right? That Karisha is exempt from that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Puffy is in a new era because Puffy has never had a consequence for his bad behavior. So there's no reason for him to change. And he has access to money. So why would I change? It's been working for me for the last 30 years. So I don't know if the parties were a combination of sex and violence, so it might not, you might not be able to recognize it as abuse because of the things that are happening at the time, and you might just call it a kink, right? So we don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't necessarily believe she didn't have the same experience. I don't believe that her entire time with him that she did not get a glimpse of the devil everybody else experienced. Sorry, I just don't believe it. Now, she said she got next to a mogul and she was going to use it for what it was good for. She was not just going to get her body done and go on trips and get bags. She was going to, like y'all say with the Jay-Z, would you rather have $50,000, $500,000 or lunch with Jay-Z? Well, she was getting the gifts and all the things, but also getting like, well, I need a business manager, getting that level of information out of him. And she said she felt like it was a mutually beneficial relationship, but that's something, what he was going through was something that he was going to have to go through on his own. She was not going to be a part of that. She said she's been in a DV situations twice. She doesn't condone it. And if it were to happen to her, she would not have stayed in the relationship. She said they ended up falling in love with each other. I don't think that he has the capability to do that. I just don't. I don't think he's in the frequency of love at all. That's not love at all. At all. And so I thought it was a good interview. Let's read some of the comments from the blogs, because the blogs did post it. Um, let's see. Let's go to Hollywood Unlocked and see. So it says Karisha breaks silence after releasing the Carisha Please interview. Young Miami confirmed she's no longer dating Diddy, says she lost herself and constant criticism. Thanks Saucy Santana for uplifting her. Everyone turned on me like aha. I could have turned into a pill popping animal. Right. And so it's the things that she was saying, in addition to saying that she didn't have that experience, right? So it's like, oh, you enjoy like the way, like it's, you enjoy these sexual encounters. You have these exciting sexual encounters coupled with enhancements, right? In the form of drugs, right? And so you're having this good time, but then, like Cassie, you get a black eye during one of these. events. Like, how does that happen? How do you get a black eye during sex, right? Unless somebody accidentally, a foot hit you in the face, right? And it's a menage a trois or something, or orgy going on, and somebody hit you in the face with a foot or something. I don't know. But you getting a black eye from sex is girl, what? No, something ain't right. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure, because Mercury is in retrograde, girl. So even though Michaela and Keisha been acting up, they might start acting up even more. So I still gotta check. But I thought it was great that Saucy Santana was like, I was there for you. She was like, thank you for being there for me. Because a lot of people were just like, aha, see, that's what you get. You didn't really get what you want. There were people saying that. When she first started dating him, I said, use it for what it's good for. You go back and watch I said, use it for what it's good for. Now, if it started to get abusive and stuff like that, yeah, you need to get out of there. His history. His Yelp reviews are out. All the stories that have come out again about him were stories that have already been circulating, right? She said, she feels like being connected to him boosted her and boosted him. People weren't drinking daily on, and a lot of people were saying that him being connected to this young, vivacious woman is pulling him into a different demographic. She said he used to be telling her, like, you can do this, you have a personality. She says she feels like he has a way of spotting talent. Now we can say, yeah, maybe he does. Okay, maybe he does, because he does have a roster of people that were associated with him that are actually great artists, but this is an abusive man, an abusive, violent man with a lot of resources. But she just said, like, she used it for what it was good for. She wasn't going to just get a bag and get her body done and go on a trip. She was like, I need to build an empire. I need to get a business manager. I need to do this and stuff like that. So yeah, I felt like it was good. I felt like it was good. I felt like it was a good interview. Her and JT, she talked about how it just didn't it just didn't make sense anymore. They weren't making money together. JT lived in LA, she's still in Miami, and that it just wasn't making sense anymore. And but there's no beef. She said there's no beef, but they don't like talk as much, but there's no beef. She says she feels like when you bring something to the internet, it's a wrap, and you're trying to get people to be on your side. I agree with that. That'd be like me and Nate arguing and going to the internet to argue. Like, girl, I'm about to just call you. You know what I'm saying? I loved at the end when Saucy Santana was like, when they were doing the little Russian roulette, the Risha roulette, she changed the look of it. She said because she wanted to be like for boys and girls, and she said she wanted to make it gender neutral. She said, and one of the questions she was like, have you ever purchased fake designer? And like she was asking Saucy Santana that, he was like, let me see that damn card. Then he was looking at the card. So she was like, pass the cards back to me. He was like, I can't. He was like, this outfit is tight. She was like, these pants is tight. They are so good. When I tell you they are so good together, they are so. Carisha and Santana are so. I'm telling you, they need a show like The Simple Life where they go around and do stuff together. I think it would be such a great show. I really do, because he is really funny, and their timing is just because they're friends, and it's just so good. I think they should do a show where they do like something. They go to like different towns and do something fun. I don't know, something, you know what I'm talking about, something like A Simple Life. Something like, even like what Sonia and Luann did at, what is it, Crappie Lake, where they did their little thing, and they had to go to town and do something for the town or whatever. Carisha and Saucy Santana should do that. She said, I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. She just said that's not what her experience was. Let's see. Read some of the comments. I hate when females give a no good nigga more grace than they give their friends, like that are like family. JT was moving foul. That's it. That's all. I knew to look at her sideways when she let Uzi disrespect her friend. Didn't JT go on to Karisha, please? And both Santana and Karisha told JT she needs to do her own thing too. So please tell me what the fuck did JT do wrong? Not a damn thing. Karisha been moving funny as fuck. She said a lot of absolutely nothing. She was down with all that shit Diddy was doing. I'm glad that she did this. I always liked her and found her to be loyal. She held the group together, pregnant. Also, I don't understand how people are mad at her for living the life she rapped about. Make it make sense. JT has done countless interviews recently, ain't said nothing bad. Now this interview, she want to do all the talking. Let the girl enjoy her well-deserved shine. Damn. She played victim and y'all gullible. She should name her next album Crocodile Tears. What, y'all want her blood? She telling you what she wants and what she can. The goal is to save her brand like anyone else would. Life doesn't stop for anyone or anything. Gotta keep it pushing. Only one knows, the only one knows is God. So who is anyone to judge? She spoke her truth. She held JT down and they decided to go their own ways. Life goes on. People grow apart. It is what it is. She handled herself well in the public eye. She spoke her truth and y'all mad it wasn't her experience. Like I said, if the violence was coupled with sex, she might not look at it as abuse, right? Where and remember when she told that girl, Puffy, she's a eater, Puffy will have you eaten some. So you've been in the situations, you've been in these environments. So again, she might not have had the experience of what we saw Cassie go through, but I feel like those lines are blurred when it's time for sex. Y'all let me know what you think about what Karisha said. She said, I knew the interview would be 50-50, but I feel good telling my truth. I'm about to go outside and have a ball. I deserve to see y'all. I deserve. See y'all later. She's on Twitter. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. So Kehlani's baby's father, Javon Young White, apologizes in a new statement, claims court documents were submitted without his approval by his former representation. I read it in the other video that I made earlier. Kehlani is not affiliated with these people anymore. So basically what he was saying is he was going off of information that was probably old or whatever. Here, let me just read it. On August 6th, the public became aware of the court documents that were submitted without my approval by my former representation. These documents contain general regulations of my initial consultation with my aforementioned rep. They were filed with choice language that I didn't okay. I regret that they were included. Before filing the information regarding priest Neto and his church was circulated to me by parties of priority. I am now aware that these parties were attempting to use allegations and vocabulary to escalate their own disputes within the church. As of today, these parties are no longer aligned with their allegations. Understandably, I was not aware of this at this time. So somebody was pumping him up. Somebody had an issue with those people and were like, yeah, she over there with them people, and you know what they be doing? They be doing ba 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 ba, and they got a day over there, and she be in the room with them all by herself and stuff like that. So he probably like, what the fuck? What's going on? That's what it sounds like. When I was presented with the allegations against Neto and his church, my daughter was no longer affiliated. However, I was still deeply distressed about the direct care of my child. Like maybe she had gone through that, and maybe that's why Kehlani isn't affiliated with them anymore. Because where did these allegations come from? But good to know Kehlani is not around them. Where did the term sex cult come from? Was that language that was used? Did you use that language? He should say, I'd never use the language sex code. That's what he should say. However, I was still deeply distressed about the direct care of my child. From my perspective, I was being told the consequences of alarming decision making that could have ended quite differently. Before my daughter joined the church, I advocated for my child's agency as I would about any sudden lifestyle shift or parental custodians. I could not stop anything due to the intentional ongoing state of my paternal custody and documentation. I was disregarded. You don't have nothing to say. You're not on any paperwork that says you're her father. All you provided, we decided that you were going to provide sperm, and that's it. I think Adea is 6 years old, I think, or 5 years old. The party's account and evidence of it were thus provided to my previous counsel during consultation, but never approved for submission. To be clear, the explicit wording of this account did not have my approval either. So he did not call it a sex code, is what he's saying. There are other concerns that encourage me to prioritize issues of custody and documentation. As a father, I could never have anticipated such a serious allegation would be so careless. I still believe my alarm was proportionate to the information I received from the trusted parties. However, I deeply regret and apologize for any role I played in perpetuating these claims. I hope Priest Neto, his family, and affected members of the church receive restoration. I'm looking forward to continuing the advocacy of my child's well-being. Sincerely, Javon Young White and counsel. The comments, they must have put the fear of God in him. They done scared the shit out of him. I hope she goes for full custody now. The fact of the matter is she doesn't have to go for any level of custody because he's nowhere on any document that says he's the father. So he ain't gotta do shit. That's what he's trying to get his name on the birth certificate. And he's also trying to get her to bear his last name. And he's also trying to get child support when the daughter is in his care. He doesn't have any rights. And shit like this is the reason why women are opting out of connecting the sperm that contributed to the creation of the child to the child, because they start doing stuff like this. So you can petition the court to have your name. If I was a judge, I'd be like, look how irresponsible you were. I would still try to find out, like, where did in his first statement, he said that old boy was accused of SA. So I need to find out. I mean, we're glad that the daughter's nowhere near him, but what's going on? Is that true? Never apologize, never make custody issues public, or speak on what the media reports on them. I don't care about this clout chaser. Nobody is got time to read all that. He looks zesty. Speak your truth. They're trying to silence this man. She must have put a spell on him. That Santeria is no joke. Damage control. But he was on Twitter with it, so I'm confused. Okay. Make sure this is on. Okay, everything's plugged in. Then it died. The camera died and said it was the storage was almost full. My son used that phone when we went to go see Janae the other day and recorded a lot of videos on this phone, so I had to delete some stuff. Okay, so we were done talking about Kehlani and her child's father. So we'll see how that turns out now that he's, come out and put everybody in their business. So we'll see. Let's see, what else can we discuss? ScarLip responds to a viral video with her boyfriend. The world is laughing at my relationship. What happened? I have been humiliated. The world is laughing at my relationship. ScarLip ends her live after her boyfriend tells her she's pretty sometimes. Stop playing with me if I grip your father. Stop playing with me. I'm talking about my father. I'm talking about my father. You think I'm pretty, baby? You're beautiful, man. Sometimes.
What that mean? I mean, sometimes. Sometimes. Am I pretty right now? No, not right now. Definitely not right now.
Sir?
Definitely not. Looking a little. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I don't feel like being on live no more. So you dead don't think I look pretty right now? Not like right now. Like sometimes. You feel me? Well, I don't know what to think about that.
So she got a badge. All right, ScarLip, you got your public humiliation badge. What you gonna do next? You gonna get the badge and say I kept him after he publicly humiliated me? Bitch, if you don't get rid of that nigga today, if you haven't, you moving too fucking slow. Ain't no way in the fucking world would I stay with a person who tells the world that he don't think I'm pretty right now. Bitch, you better lie on this motherfucker. What? And then for her to even come out and say the world is laughing at my relationship. Let's read some of the comments. My thing is, he knew she was on live and embarrassed her still. He's not the one. Daily reminder that sometimes your man is your biggest op. In that relationship, like you ended that live, let that man go. Just say y'all want to be lied to save your feelings, because you shouldn't have asked a question if you didn't want to hear his answer. I mean, at least he was honest. He could have lied for the gram, though. Girl, go ahead and dump him. It's never going to be the same after this. You're always going to feel some kind of way. Feeling insecure with your partner isn't a good look. It's over. He was being honest, thought that's what y'all want. Y'all would rather him lie? Yes, they would. Unpopular opinion. She loves sympathy. Poor thing. She needs to leave that man expeditiously. Drop that nigga. He knew you were on live and embarrassed you. I want to wrap my arms around her and hug her for real. Love yourself as much as that. When someone doesn't think you're beautiful, it's a damn lie. Find someone who thinks you're beautiful no matter what. As a man, I can't even defend this bullshit. That was some real fuck shit. And you know she was on live. We're not laughing at all. We're genuinely concerned and want to see you smile. Leave that nigga. End of discussion. Okay, good. So the cousins are they telling her what to do. Everybody telling her what to do. So I ain't got to tell her shit. Let me tell you something. There's a way that you can tell the truth without being mean. If he didn't think she was pretty right then and there, he could have said something else. He could have said, girl, you haven't even brushed your teeth. Let's get your teeth brushed before we start talking about beauty. Some shit, something funny at least. Like something to make her laugh about, girl, you, because she was looking a mess. She was a little looking a little under moisturized. They looked like they were laying in the bed, and she said, you heard the conversation. There's a way to tell the truth without hurting somebody's feelings. Baby, you look good. You look good right now, but you know I really love you when you have all your little makeup and shit on right now. You look cute right now, but I love you when you have your makeup on and stuff like that. I just love when your hair is done. Y'all, you be looking so fly as shit, baby. But straight out the bed, you cute. You cute. You got it going on just to be jumping out the bed or something like that. But no, they don't even. You know why? Because they don't even have the words. The nigga probably ain't read a book since the 7th grade, so his lexicon is lacking. So he doesn't even have the words to even tell her the truth without saying, "No, you're not beautiful right now." That's not. It's just not nice. It's not nice. You have to learn how to be nice. You don't have to lie. You can be nice and kind to your girlfriend or your partner and tell them, Yeah, girl, you look cute right now, but it's giving 8 right now. But when you have on your makeup and stuff like that, and you out there, you on the stage and you rapping and shit, baby, you a 10. They can't fuck with you. She would have forgot about the 8. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't even know, but leave them, girl. They were laughing at mines 2 months ago. It's okay. Keep elevating. My heart hurts to see her reaction to his words. He's saying all this from the comfort of your house because he probably don't have his own. Talk about it. Okay, well, everybody's telling her what she need to do. So I ain't got to tell her shit. Let's see what else is going on. It says Nelly's attorney speaks out, says rapper was targeted by an overzealous out of line officer during suspected drug arrest. He was at the casino where he frequently entertains and won several jackpots. Nelly was flagged due to an outstanding warrant that surfaced during a background check for his winnings. The officer found a warrant for no proof of insurance infraction, resulting in Nelly being handcuffed and searched, which led to the discovery of the 4 pills. A preliminary investigation by Missouri State Highway Patrol tentatively identified the pills as ecstasy. Nelly's attorney, Scott Rosenblum, has since released a statement to clarify the situation. He told Daily Mail that Nelly was not charged with drug possession and that the rapper's arrest stemmed from a warrant issued in 2023 for a 2018 no proof of insurance, which Nelly had not been notified about. So what do y'all think about that? All right, let's see. All right, let's go to the Jasmine brand. How much time? Oh, okay. I'm tripping because I have to remember the last video because we started recording again. So let's go to the Jasmine brand. Oh, let's go to It's Only Entertainment. This is a little gossip blog that I found the other day. This was the gossip blog that I found Marcus Jordan skiing. He was skiing. What? Kanye's ex chief of staff claims that Ye is addicted to nitrous oxide and porn. That poor Bianca girl, get away. She's married to him. Can you imagine if no fault divorce? Can you imagine not being able to get away from Kanye West? Kanye's former chief of staff Milo Yiannopoulos has made shocking claims that the rapper is allegedly addicted to nitrous oxide. According to Yiannopoulos, celebrity dentist Tim Colony is exploiting this addiction by supplying Kanye with the gas, reportedly costing over $50,000 a month. They spill everybody's tea. Allegedly, leave that man alone. It makes sense. It's a form of detachment. He probably is most likely trying to detach from his reality. He might need this. He might need this public so he can get some help. That's wild as hell. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully that's alleged. Alleged. I think that's it that we have. I think that's it. Larsa Pippen reportedly dating reality star Zay Wilson. Girl, sit down for 5 seconds. You know what? I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine not even allowing my pussy to get back to its natural form after being in a relationship with one man and then jumping into a relationship with another man. I just don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand. What is the need to just be hopping and skipping and diving and dipping and dodging and falling in love and all that shit? Falling in love ain't shit. Show me somebody fall in love and stay there. What's he say off of Love Jones? I will never understand what is happening in the brain to make you want to just keep doing that. I don't know what that is. I'm very interested to learn what that actually is. Um, let's go to the Jasmine brand, see what they have. Let's see. Nick Cannon would absolutely get back with ex-wife Mariah Carey. She don't want me. Why would she want you? Mariah, you think Mariah would get back with you after all the children you've had? By all you think she's do you think that Mariah Carey isn't already mortified that she's in the same group of women? All these women have a baby by Nick Cannon, and Mariah Carey is in that group. Do you think that Mariah Carey doesn't want to pull her goddamn hair out every day to know that she's actually in the same group of with all these women? This is what she and these women have in common, is that they had a baby by you, with you, for you, by you, whatever the fuck. Why would she get back with you? The idea that you even think that it would be a possibility for you to even fix your fucking mouth to say some crazy shit like that. Because any other person would probably get back with Nick Cannon. They don't see him having babies by 10 different women a big deal. They want to be 11.
I mean, we're gonna be done soon. We got teenagers now. That's crazy. I'm about to shed a tear. It's happening too fast.
Last thing, you said nothing's off limits, so I'm going to push one more.
Go for it.
I heard you say you would get back with Mariah once, would you?
Yes, absolutely.
You say that a lot?
It'd be stupid if I wouldn't.
That's not true. Always be my baby.
Yeah,
that's about you.
Belong together.
That's about, yeah. So what would it take then? What would that take? What's the move?
She don't want me.
It sounds like a rom-com, like you're...
It sounds like a rom-com. Yes, that's what they want it to sound like. That way that they can get you delusional Disney dimwits in some kind of weird ass connection with some weird ass weird old man who wants to have a bunch of babies by all different kind of women, just having a bunch of goddamn babies. Some rom-com fucked up delusional fantasy. Let's read some of the comments. The fact that she wanted you the first time still has me bewildered. I know I can find a tweet. And I said, I still don't understand what Mariah and Nick Cannon had in common. What the fuck did they, what were y'all talking about? The same way that I think Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner, what was y'all talking about? He looks like if I didn't like some of Travis Scott music and know that he actually spoke, I would think that he was nonverbal. What was you and Kylie Jenner talking about? What was y'all talking about? What was Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon talking about? There may have been a small chance if he didn't go impregnate half the world. Meanwhile, the other baby mamas competing with each other and his heart is with Mariah. Let me tell you something. His heart ain't with Mariah, girl. That is, you fucked up by being connected to somebody like Mariah. You were married to Mariah Carey, girl. Even the fact that Mariah Carey gave Nick Cannon an opportunity to marry her, that is, I just don't understand what they had in I don't understand how it came together. He's just talking just to talk. We all know that lady doesn't want him. He was never on Mariah's level. Anyway, thanks for the twins, Nick. You are no longer needed, especially since you had 13,000 kids after her. Boy, bye with your football and cheerleading team. Boy, bye. You have a whole team now. It's a wrap. If he didn't repopulate the world, it could have worked. You have 42 kids, sir. The only women that want you are the brainwashed ones who keep having kids with you. I wouldn't want him either if I was her. He spreads his seed in and any every in what he spreads his seed in any and every woman. It's not a seed. The seed is already there. It's fertilizer. I don't know how y'all go in biology class and goddamn elementary school when you learn that the sperm fertilizes the egg. So when did sperm become a seed? What happened, y'all? What happened to it actually being a fertilizer? Huh? When did y'all start calling it a seed? Stop it. It's not a seed. He's spreading manure. Fertilizer. Exactly what it is. She definitely doesn't. That's good. She's a smart lady. I love Mariah. You damn right she don't want you back. Look at what you did, all them babies and BMs. Bye, Nikki. All them kids, bro, you think? The way he's been passed around, I'm glad he knows without a shadow of a doubt she don't want him no more. Definitely not with 70 kids, my boy. I wouldn't want him and all them kids either. She's not trying to double back. And he got 10 kids. Good for her. I'm sure she doesn't. You for the streets. This is so embarrassing for everyone involved. I know that's how I feel. Like, I imagine Mariah Carey is just like, ugh, why did I have babies with him? I'm sure it's a lot of you saying that. Why did I have babies with him? Girl. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Are y'all watching it says Cardi B shuts down long-standing rumor that she drugged and robbed men. Let's see what she says.
Somebody said, Cardi, you drug and robbed man for studio time. No, I didn't. But if I did, I'll do it again. Fuck these niggas. Well, fuck niggas trying to fucking rub their fingers in my pussy and shit. Freeze these, suck my dick.
Man, shout out to Belle Khalees Almanzar. What the fuck is her name? What's that hole's name? Belle Khalees. Belle Khalees Almanzar. And if I did, I'll do it again. Fuck them niggas. Trying to slide their fingers in my damn pussy. Fuck them. I'm robbing them. It's off with their motherfucking head when it's all said and done. Bring the buckets in, bitch. I know that's right. And I'll do it again. I was not expecting her to say that. I think we'll end the video there. Shout out to Belkins. Oh, it says Belle Khalees Marlenes Seafish. She shouldn't. Why would you change your name from Almanzar to? That's how I know y'all are psycho in the head. I would girl. I would never. You know, you don't have to take. You don't. Even if y'all get married, you know you don't. It's not a requirement to take a man's last name. Y'all just want to do it. That's why y'all over there. We're fighting against no fault divorce instead of saying, "Bitch, don't get married." I'm out of here, y'all. Take care of each other. I hope we were able to recover from the other video, but hopefully this video is good. It comes out, no interruptions, no snags, no nothing. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.